Hello, everybody. I'm hoping this will be our last update from the hospital today because we expect to be discharged this afternoon by 5 p.m. or sooner. But things are a little bit slow going. And anyway, so since Saturday, since the last update, Tom had another dialysis on Sunday to remove 5 liters of fluid. So that was good, but he still has swelling. So they put these things on his legs. I forget what they call them, but basically like little airbags that fill up with air and squeeze the lower legs, alternating between the legs. So that's been helping to kind of displace the fluid from the legs into other areas. What else? Oh, he got a little blood blister on the bottom of one of his toes. I'm not sure how that happened. The nurse said that sometimes that happens with severe swelling. So it doesn't look too bad. So it'll probably heal on its own. But we're watching his feet just to be on the safe side. So Tom's hemoglobin is low, but usually for kidney patients, it is going to be low. So they're always getting iron or Procrit to help with that. So they gave him some iron yesterday and this morning, and now just got some Procrit. But it takes a while for it to, do its thing and make the hemoglobin go up, which has to do with red blood cell count. So, what else? Oh, they were trying to get him a life vest, which is basically a defibrillator. Heart stops, then it gives you that shock like the paddles do that the medical team has. But it looks like insurance will not cover that. I don't know. They're seeing there's something else they can do about that. But
And they keep on talking about it, even the insurance don't cover it.
So we're not too concerned about that because, I figure, we're all meant to die one way or another. So if your heart dies, your heart stops, then that's your time. So hopefully it's not while you're driving. But anyway, the odds of that happening is pretty slim. But so we just want to feel good enough to go home and be able to continue recovering from home. Because being in the hospital, sucks because you can't go outside just to even like sit out in the sun. And you're subject to, other people who are sick. So the possibility of catching something else is, greater than if you were at home, I feel. So, and then you can, have whatever you want to eat and watch whatever you want on TV and stuff. So rooms in order for me to be able to stay with Tom overnight, because the shared room that he was in at first, they said hospital policies that you're not supposed to sleep overnight. You're not supposed to have a visitor sleep overnight. Although the first night that I was here, they did, and they didn't say anything. So I don't know, different unit, different rules, or different, some people might be more strict than others. So anyway, I'm thankful that Tom did get a private room. Though it's a little bit on the small side, it's better than sharing a room with somebody else and sharing a bathroom too. So, I was able to take a shower here. Although most days I've been like waiting around for doctors and stuff to give information, and Tom getting his treatments and making sure that all that is happening in a timely manner. So, like, for instance, today he was supposed to get dialysis in the morning, and now it's already 2 p.m. So anyway, so we told the nurse, hey, if it comes down to it, if we want to leave by 5 p.m., then why don't we just let Tom do his PD dialysis when he gets home, and do it like a little bit more aggressively, maybe every 3 hours instead of every 4 hours, until he gets to the dialysis center tomorrow to do the regular hemodialysis through the blood, which, is a more thorough job of cleaning his system. But at least, the PD is something, because people are, you never know, because they said, there's other people who need it stat too. So, there might be like 10 people waiting for it. So anyway, so what else? Oh, they're going to give him an oxygen concentrator, because his oxygen level has been in the 80s, and they would like it to be above 90 for him to be able to function normally and get enough oxygen to his brain and his whole body and organs. So we're waiting on that too. And I've got to get him some compression socks. He has some at home, but I didn't bring them with me. So I've got to pick up some at Walmart or whatever, Walgreens nearby on the way home. And so that way he can have them in the car to prevent his swelling from, staying in his feet while we're driving. So, because we expect it's going to be 2 to 3 hours drive, including stops and traffic and possible train, what do you call it? Train stops or trains going by. So I guess that's all I have to say. I checked, like I told you, I don't check Facebook much in between waiting for doctors and treatments and stuff. I check my voicemail first, and then text messages, and then email, and then Facebook or Facebook Messenger. And I want to say thank you for everybody who has sent messages of encouragement and prayers, and we do appreciate that. And I hope you understand that I'm not going to reply to every single one of you, because that's all I would be doing all day. Thus, this is why I do the video. I know a couple people asked, if we needed anything, and I mentioned the things that I already mentioned to you. I don't know, really, what Tom really needs is just people, because he's a people person and he's very social. He's the opposite of me. And he just really needs people to socialize with him, whether it's, in person would be the best thing. The next best thing would be like video chat. And the next best thing after that would be over the phone. So I know that Tom has not been answering his phone while he's been in the hospital much, because, like, as you can see, he's falling asleep. But he has had spurts where he did feel up to talking, and definitely if people come to visit, he does his best to talk with them. But even yesterday we had a couple visitors and he was falling asleep as they were sitting here. But I care enough to take some time out of their day to be with him, whatever way possible. And he still has the cough. The cough is not pneumonia. The cough is from the heart failure. So that's with the fluid building up around the heart and the lungs. So that's why the dialysis is so important, because it gets rid of that on a regular basis, but then it continues to build up. So it's not like something that's going to go away. Unless he, has a miracle or has a heart and kidney transplant, then that will all be resolved and he'll be almost like new. So, I guess Tom does want to pursue that because he does want to, be able to feel better. it is very risky. It is going to cost a lot of money. We don't know how much insurance will cover. We will find that out as we go through the process again. Because we got to the point where they were about to tell us that, and he was told that he couldn't get the transplant. So we're going to see if maybe Mayo Clinic or Cedar Sinai or some other place in California might be able to help him out with the transplant. It would mean us having to be close to the transplant center, at least during the initial workup like we did in Utah. So we'll let you know as we get closer to that, but that's like, we're just like at the first few steps of that. Haven't even filled out paperwork yet. So yeah, that's the fun part. Anyway, sorry for the sarcasm. So in the meanwhile, I'm doing my best to keep Tom eating well and doing his physical therapy. We're going to look into getting home physical therapy, which is another thing we're waiting on today. So he can get all his muscles strong again. For him, he's not gotten frustrated with himself, so only with the doctors getting their orders in, stat and all that. So I guess after today we'll know more. I mean, the other thing is I'm continuing to use the phototherapy patches, which, like I said in the previous video, works on the meridians of the body, kind of like acupressure. So I believe that's helping. I know it's helping me because I would be a basket case right now and have panic attack and stuff because if I don't have enough sleep and don't do exercise, that usually is what happens. I get heart palpitations, but that hasn't happened like over the last 2 weeks. So I have to give credit to these phototherapy patches because they've helped me to maintain a decent stress level and energy level. Because I usually don't do well if I don't get 7 hours of sleep. And I don't even know how much sleep I've gotten because it's like I get 2 hours and I wake up because somebody takes his blood, and then another few hours or 1 hour, and then Tom gets uncomfortable and we have to switch places. And so I'm looking forward to having an undisturbed sleep, or at least like only waking up once in the night instead of like 3 or 4 times. So that's it for now, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, thank you.